there are people that have been blowing up on YouTube recently using strategies that anybody can do. I've seen people that are retired going from 10,000 subscribers to over 100,000 subscribers in a couple of months. I've also seen people that have been creating huge businesses doing just that. So, what is that strategy and how do you apply it to you? Well, the strategy is actually being as simple as possible. In previous years, the bar has been set up so high. YouTubers have had teams behind them blowing up their channels using crazy strategies with big retention hacks that can get people to watch until the end and changing scenes every 5 seconds. But over the years, people have been tired of this and people are waiting to get connections. And connections is what builds trust, builds your audience, and builds a community to which you can build a business if you're interested in that side of things. So the very first step that I have for you is to be as authentic as possible. People are just filming themselves in their car, on their daily walks, just filming themselves and talking about whatever is happening to them. And I've been doing that, and it's just like your best friend method that I mentioned in a few videos back to be comfortable on camera. It's just like talking to your best friend about a subject that you're passionate about. If you do this and talk about what you have to say with passion and not just to an imaginary audience or to some algorithm hack or anything like that, it just builds a connection that's a lot better in real life rather than just somebody that's talking on the other side of the screen. The next way is to solve problems. And again, this goes back to your best friend method where you talk to your best friend about a certain subject that you're interested in. But if you actually solve a problem with your best friend or to your best friend or talk about your struggles or something or a result that you have, maybe you've gained some muscle, maybe you've lost some weight, maybe you've done anything that made your life a lot better, and you want to talk about that on camera, it actually helps to build a connection, and people will just love that, and it just builds a connection. I know that I watch videos that with people that I connect with, and a lot of these aren't really edited videos. Some videos are not edited at all. In fact, most of these videos that I'm talking about are not edited. People just go from the beginning to the end. And you don't have to make it super complicated. All you have to do is just talk about something and help people with what you've already achieved. And if you haven't achieved what you want to achieve, just like me, then you talk about the things that you learned. Just like me, I'm talking about learning how to build a YouTube channel. I don't have a huge channel. I have a very small channel, in fact, but I know that there are some tips that I've learned along the way that I can help you with. So the next tip is something that I've been super guilty of. When I upload a video, and I still do this to this day, I upload a video and I go to the analytics and I refresh it all the time. I hopefully get some comments. If I do, that's great. That really does make my day. But sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes you just watch the video die and you're analyzing why didn't it work, why did the hook not get any attention, why do things like that. And I've come to realize that over-analyzing a video is not a good idea. In fact, analyzing a video for after a while when, the views have died down or, after a week, it's a good idea because you can to kind of understand where it's coming from, what works, what doesn't work. But apart from that, you don't really need to analyze everything. Like if a video does well, great. If a video just crashes, it shouldn't affect your mood too much. And this is advice to myself. I have videos that just crash and then I don't feel like making another video in like 2 weeks. And there are some things that you need to analyze, and sometimes you can't even see it for yourselves. I've paid some money to coaches to help me with what I'm doing wrong, and some people have different opinions about different things, and that's okay. People have different strategies. They have strategies that work for them, but it might not work for you. They're just telling you what they had, what experience they've had, And hopefully there are people that are successful in what you want to achieve. So maybe in some instances it's good to have a coach that's achieved something that you haven't achieved and that you want to achieve it the way they did. If I were to pay somebody that had a video where it was crazy editing, huge, retention hacks like I talked about, like Mr. B style, they would probably give me some great advice that would build my YouTube channel. But truthfully, I don't really want to make the videos like that. In fact, let me tell you this. I've worked with a coach recently that told me that I should do several different things, writing scripts, doing all sorts of things. And that's really good advice. And I've taken some of his advice to heart, and some of his advice I haven't taken, or I tried taking it. But what that led to is I didn't make a video for 2 or 3 weeks, and before that I hadn't I hadn't missed a single day or a single week of making videos. And then I decided to drop down. Instead of making 3 videos a week, I would make 2 or maybe even 1. And as it stands, probably 1. But after a while, I realized that I was just concentrating on making the video right, taking the right title, the right thumbnail, and really digging so much into that I ended up not making a video. And if you're struggling to make videos, find a way to make it simple, and that's just what I did. I found some videos, just like I'm talking about in this video, that people that just, they know what they want to talk about, they have good things that they want to talk about, great stories, but they don't script their videos. And I think scripting works with some people and doesn't work with other people. I struggle so much to write a video that I end up not making a video. So just make a video the way you want to make a video, and I'll script some videos in the future to see if they work better than the ones I don't script. But really, these videos are a lot simpler, and I have some bullet points. I have my computer that's right there, and I check what's written on it, but I don't want to script some videos and take me ages to make a video which doesn't ever come out at all. In fact, like these last couple of weeks, nothing came out of my scripting. I struggle so much to even find a video idea, and it can be very simple. That brings me to my next point, which is just to film consistently. I'm not going to brag on about or drag this on too much. If you film really often, like I did before I stopped because I was trying to script all of my videos, it just works a lot better. You get more comfortable on camera, and you do feel like you're talking to somebody that you know, and you get some comments, and those are great things that can happen because comments make your day as a content creator 100%.
For sure.
Now, if you're anything like me, one bad video can ruin the rest of your day. I make my videos, I schedule them to the next day, early in the morning. So when I wake up, I check my videos and my stats, and the video has already been up for 2 to 3 hours usually. And when I check that video and it's got like 2 views, it really kills my day, especially if it doesn't have any comments, or a bad comment also can ruin your day. Fortunately I haven't got too many of those, but I do get some, and they do ruin my day for sure, 100%. And I don't really have a solution for that. I think every content creator has the same problem, whether they have 1 million subscribers and a great business, or they're just like me and have a very small channel. Like, having a bad video can really ruin your day, and unfortunately I don't have a great solution for this. It's just something that happens, and something that was on my mind, and I thought I'd include it in that video. So while I was overthinking and thinking about editing my videos and scripting my videos and making the best videos possible and finding a title that was so good and so on, I still do this, but like I dragged it on way too much and went way too deep into it. But when I was thinking of this, I ended up spending a lot of time just on YouTube watching some videos about people, like on content creators that had some success, whether it was building a business with YouTube or just having a channel that took off and they were able to make a living off it. And I watched somebody called James Smith, and his videos are just like this. They're not or they might be scripted. No, they're not scripted. I know that for a fact because he talked about this. And he's got an amazing channel, an amazing business, and he seems to be living the dream life. And so I was watching some videos, and he mentioned something that really hit me hard, and I've been thinking about this ever since, because I've been posting consistently for a while, apart from those last couple of weeks, and he was telling or saying something. I was about to say telling me. He was saying something that really hit me hard, because I've probably got 100 videos at this point on my channel, maybe a little bit less. And he said that he made over 1,000 videos on YouTube, and at the beginning of his channel, or his first channel, he's since had another one, but at the beginning he wasn't getting any views. And it's really hard, as I mentioned, to not get any views where the videos go bad, especially if it's one after another. Like you get one video that gets 500 views and you're like, finally this is working, and then the next video you get like 20 or 10 or even worse than that, and it just, the next one is the same and the next one is the same. But I realized he was exactly the same, and now he's got an amazing YouTube channel where people look up to him. He's got a great business or several great businesses, and seems to be living the dream life. And that just made me realize that until I've made over 1,000 videos, there's no way that I can conclude that this channel doesn't work. In fact, if you haven't made at least 1,000 videos, your channel isn't dead yet. Or if you're not getting views, make 1,000 videos. And I think that's what I want to leave you with. So be authentic as possible. Help people in the best way possible. Don't get hooked up on stats and things like that. Help people in the best way possible. If you learn something, just help them with that, and make 1,000 videos. Until you haven't done that, then your channel just if your channel hasn't taken off, it's completely normal. I know we see a ton of people that blow up overnight, but these are just the people that come up on our feed, but most people don't do that. So hopefully I'll make a video a lot sooner than this one, but YouTube thinks that you should watch that one, so watch that one. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.